largest, most insane gearhead festival hit California's Monterey Peninsula, and Fastlane Daily was there. I'm Andrea Fechko, and this is Fastlane Daily, brought to you by the movie War, starring Jet Li and Jason Statham in theaters August 24th.
To catch a cold-blooded killer, you need a cold-blooded cop.
You and I are gonna finish this.
Jet Li, Jason Statham. War, rated R, in theaters August 24th.
We're totally overwhelmed. I mean, completely and totally overwhelmed by what we just experienced. My heart's beating. No, that's not the Woodward Dream Cruise. You know, old men in Hawaiian shirts driving cars with solid axles don't really do it for me. No, we were in Pebble Beach for the weekend. Car nuts crowded California's Monterey Peninsula to catch an amazing schedule of automotive events. It was like drinking from a fire hose of cars. Of course, a really big fire hose. So let's see if we can wrap up some of the unreal car porn we've been ODing on, shall we? We started at the Monterey Historics at the famous Laguna Seca Raceway. The weekend was a non-stop parade of classic race cars and famous names from racing's past. Members of the Racing Hall of Fame competed in the Race of the Legends. More than 40,000 fans lined the fences to see the big names ring out race-prepared Scion TCs for charity. In the end, it was five-time Le Mans winner Derek Bell topping the podium along with Indy 500 champ Bobby Rahal and Formula One royalty Emerson Fittipaldi. Laguna Seca also hosted scores of survivors from sports car racing's golden age. It was like Doc Brown dialed up the early 1960s on his DeLorean and shot to 88 miles per hour. Classic monsters like the Lotus 11, Dolphin America, and Corvette Stingray went nose to sculpted nose on the Laguna road course. Millions of dollars in collectible irons screamed past the stands, their drivers apparently not considering the value of the cars they threw into each turn like it was 1963. Multiple cargasms were had by all. The Historics capped off with classic Indy Roadsters, this year's top-billed race cars. Once the symbol of post-World War II racing in America, these roadsters dominated the Indy scene in the 1950s and early 60s. They sound cool, they go fast, and they're mostly engine. What more could we ask for? Next up, Fastlane Daily crashes the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance after this. Want to be a part of the Fastlane Daily team? Go to our feed at feed.fastlanedaily.com and help us vote for the stories you want to see on tomorrow's show. Got a story for us? Send us an email at tips@fastlanedaily.com or send us an AIM at Fastlane Daily. It's the high society car event of the year. It's the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance held on the famed golf course in Monterey, California. It's where A-list car collectors parade their multi-million-dollar machines, and the ladies rock some of the most gigantic hats west of the Kentucky Derby. It's also where car companies come to show off their latest models like the Aston Martin DBS. Fastlane Daily showed up to Pebble Beach early and scored a ride in the Ford Mustang Giugiaro concept. Some say it's a peek at the next generation Mustang. We say it makes a pretty sweet noise for an American car. But back to the golf greens. Concours judges poured over each entry as if they were prize poodles. Every bolt and door panel and hubcap was scrutinized for authenticity and quality of the restoration job. These are some of the rarest cars in the world, and their owners have spared no expense to get them in shape for the Concours. In the end, there could only be one best in show, and that was the Mormon Meteor. That's a Duesenberg SJ Special with a long history as a Bonneville salt racer, tweaked by Augie Duesenberg himself. That's just a taste of what the thousands who crowded Monterey got to see this past weekend. Next year, we're bringing more cameras, a seersucker suit, and a hat the size of an elephant's ear. See ya.
Fastlane Daily is brought to you by War, starring Jet Li and Jason Statham in theaters August 24th.